This is a quick rundown on how to set up and customize the multi-information display screen or instrument cluster or MID display. I'm gonna have to keep hitting this button because I have another camera set up behind me and the door's open. It's going to hopefully catch my fingers as I'm pushing these buttons so I don't have to go back and forth with my main camera. With the MID display, you have 3 dedicated distinct screens with various information. Now, you can, of course, and most everybody knows this, but you can change the meter type, and I have it set as the main speedometer in the center with both digital readout and analog style. And with any of these meter types, setting up the information on the left and right and center of the display is going to be the same. This was my preferred one. That's the one I'm going to use as I go through this tutorial. I might as well start with this info that right here you can turn on or off the widget section of the display. On the left side of the screen you have the MPG information. On the right side you have the audio information, like if I was listening to Spotify or radio station, that's where it would display that info, like a song name and similar. And these you can only turn on or off. You can't customize what sits in there. At least I haven't found a way to customize these widgets, so you can just turn them on or off. So I keep them on because why not? So now we're gonna go to the start point. So to customize the information on left and right and center, I need to push left or right button to display the number of the screen that I currently want to customize. At that point you'll press and hold OK button for about 2 seconds and you will see these 2 white lines sort of highlight and outline the center of the screen, and that's how you know you're in the settings mode. From the center I can then scroll up and down and select what I want to see on this screen number 1. So my selection was I wanna see the settings cogwheel icon. So I select it and leave it. And if I'm done, I just hit back or exit button, whatever you call it. You will see white lines disappear. And now that's selected for me in the screen number 1. And by the way, here you'll see me pushing OK button for 2 seconds again to get back into the settings mode. For other areas of this display, I can go to the left and select what I want to have displayed in this area. So this is going to be annoying. So from here I can go up and down. Right now I have it set up to display the drive info. I can scroll up and down. Let's say if I want to to have this, what do they call this, energy distribution or something like that. If I want this displayed, then I just scroll to it. I leave it be. I hit exit button, and now my screen number 1 is set up that way. Go back. Now here's something additionally. If you scroll all the way to the left, you're going to find all of the options that are going to be available for you to have displayed in this section. Now you have the ability to have them checked or unchecked, any of these. If they are unchecked, they are not going to even show up as an option. Now, one reason I can see that being useful is because there are so many of these, there's only so many of these customizable options that you can have displayed at any time. And if you want to go in and take a peek at something else, then you would go, not this one, I need to press and select which screen out of the 3 I want. Let's say I want number 1, have displayed, press OK button. So if there is one of these options that I want to take a peek at, but it's not set up to display on one of my customizable screens, then I can just go to a settings mode and scroll up and down and find what I want and see what's going on. And then I need to make sure that I go back and display the one that I normally want to have displayed as a part of my customized screen. So in my case it was drive info, so I make sure drive info is displayed, and then I can exit out of the settings mode. So that's kind of the only situation where I can see it being helpful to have one of these unchecked in case, let's say, you're absolutely not interested. Okay, in this case I unchecked eco score and fuel economy. If you're absolutely not interested to even see these as options as you scroll up and down through your available option, now you have 2 less to scroll through. So that might be potentially useful. In my case, I just have all of them checked on each side, on the left and the right. I want to have drive info here, and it's the same thing in the left and center. I already mentioned that on the screen number 1, custom screen number 1, I wanted to have this settings icon display. So that's what I'm gonna have selected and leave it sit there. And then on the right side, it's the same process as the left side. All the way to the right, you have all of the options that you can check or uncheck, as I explained earlier. And normally, in my case, I keep the tire pressure customized on this side, but as I was sort of going through all of these screens and trying to learn all of this stuff myself, I accidentally I guess initialized the process of resetting the tire pressure system. So now I have to go back and set it back. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do. Hopefully just driving around for a couple of miles will have tire pressure to pop back up. But that hopefully sums up the process of customizing these three available screens. So on one, in my case, I have drive info on the left, settings icon in the center, tire pressure on the right. Then screen number 2, I kept trip A info. Center display I left blank, and then on the right I selected the all-wheel drive system. And then on the screen number 3, why is this blank? This was okay. Good opportunity for me to display this one more time. Screen number 3. That's a tricky part. As you're scrolling through these, you always want to make sure to put back what you want to have displayed before you exit out the settings screen. In my case, this is what I had initially, what I wanted to have here, and now I exit out of it, and now it's exactly like I want it to be. This video is longer than I thought it was gonna be, but that's the process. Hopefully it helps.